guns and bring your friends. It's fun to lose and to pretend she's overboard and self-assured. Oh no, I know a dirty word. Hello.
Peter said Ethan Nordine was the undisputed leader of the group that day as they tried to prevent the peaceful transfer of power.
An FBI agents arrested Proud Boys former national chairman Enrique Tarrio at this home in Miami. By 2 this afternoon, he was in federal court.
Here we are now, entertain us. I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are now, entertain us. I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are now, entertain us.
Okay, you caught me mid-sentence there. Welcome to another episode of the NewsBrief, where we always fuck up the intro.
You always fuck
with
up
that
the
shitty
intro. We don't
fucking music.
Don't put us
Jesus
in there.
Christ, dude.
That's actually what I want to talk about. December 30th at 11:57 a.m. We are on time, like we usually are. Bobby is in the green room, and I believe Bobby knocked off Barry off the thing. So Barry, join with a guest link if you could. Wait, actually, let me bring you on the screen. Because I could see the blue check mark, and that's usually what Barry signs in with, but it's fine.
My bad.
It's okay. It's all right. So Barry, please log in with that guest link. So I kind of want to start with music, right? Right before on our standby screen, we put some music on, and it's a score from the game Halo Reach. A lot of people don't know this, but the person who scored that, his name is Marty O'Donnell. And Marty O'Donnell has received a lot of fucking shit in recent days because he came out as a Republican not too long ago, and he is running for a position in Congress. Let me go ahead and put up. Actually, before I do that, let me introduce my hosts here, Rob, Patty, and Bobby. And I'm hoping we get Barry in here soon. Rob, how you doing?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
I could be better. I'm dead broke, so I could be better.
How are you always broke?
I'm usually not.
Nigga flies around the fucking country, dead broke.
No,
Okay.
I don't actually. Yeah, it's pretty expensive to fly around now than it was before. I used to get round trip tickets to DC for like $70. Now they're hundreds of fucking dollars. Luckily, most of those trips, it's me speaking, so somebody pays for it. Patty, how's it going?
Who gives a fuck?
So angry all the time.
What an aggro bitch.
Oh, wait, I'm an aggro bitch. He's crying about money. I'm fucking like.
Oh, you see?
Shit.
All right, so Bobby,
Bobby
now,
got kicked.
Bobby got kicked.
Well, Bobby kicked me, so Bobby can F off.
Yeah, well, it's an improvement in not a big improvement.
Actually, there was some use guest link. Jesus Christ, dude.
It's just really not
Somebody
hard.
send
but
him the guest link.
Yeah,
I'll
he doesn't
do it.
have
I got
it.
I got
Yeah,
it.
we've been asking for it for like ever. So
I keep posting it, and you guys keep fucking.
Well,
Since
I
you talk,
bookmarked it
since
like an
you talk
adult.
so much shit, it just like goes around. So I was about to introduce Barry that's named Bobby Pickus.
Pickles. Pickless.
Dickless.
Dickless.
Ridiculous, yeah.
There you go. So let me put this up on the screen. Full screen it.
Yeah, we know, but it's Bobby Pickles, dude. What do you expect, Reno?
So
Bobby's got the link now.
Marty O'Donnell which is again the composer for Halo. Got a whole bunch of Emmy awards and fucking music awards for the entire score. What we're seeing in Minnesota is the natural consequence of third world mass migration. It's hard for Americans to fathom, but in the third world, what the Somalians are doing is not only seen as normal, but something worth celebrating. Now, we've imported that culture here. We need arrests and prosecutions of all Somali fraudsters, and we need to start denaturalizing and deporting those who came here to steal from our citizens.
So, Enrique, before you go into anything else, can you bring up Native Patriot? I want you to read his post in response basically to that and the outrage. You
Am
should
I
read
the
that.
only one hearing this song loop play?
Yeah. Yeah, you are. We don't hear it.
That's weird. Why
You
is
have-
that?
Because you have something, you probably have a tab open. Native Patriot.
Don't.
Give me full screen on my
Yep.
on my screen.
I got you.
Where's the tweet you're looking for? Is
So
it older?
his specific tweet, I think it was, scroll down a little bit. Keep going. Keep going. I don't know. I read it this morning, and he said basically that the Somalis are, I mean, it's not, Jesus. Keep going, I guess.
All right. Well, give me an overview.
He just basically said that they're taking the fall for something that's not really their fault.
I could say I semi agree with it, right? As we saw with, I don't agree with it, but I could say I semi agree with it. But it isn't their fault, right? It's the fault of the people that let these programs thrive. Like, these programs should be audited, and people should be fucking interviewed before you start getting millions of dollars. You know, and it's we're seeing it now with the Somalis, and that's actually our first topic is Nick Shirelly's video. But you know, we allow this to happen, and look, Florida, for example, you're talking about South Florida is the fraud capital of the United States of America, right?
So it's his fourth post down. It says, "Yeah, well, why are none of them driving Ferraris, and why did so many of those daycare centers donate to Washington State Democrat politicians? It's a money laundering scheme, and the Somalis are the fall guys. Nothing will be fixed by only going after them," is what he said.
I mean, you can almost say the same thing about Congresswoman Shirelyyy McCormick's case, and it seems like there's a lot of similarities there because that seems to be her defense.
Well, that's where I agree with Native Patriot. I've been on his show before along with Steve. Bobby's in the green room. Bobby, you ready? Okay. Like, the reason why all this happens is, and the reason why we have Shirelyyy McCormick, and we have the Somalis there in Minnesota, is because these programs are fucking, like, there's no oversight, right? So, like, look, they need to be deported or whatever, but, like, these programs need to be audited. If not, like, people are going to be like, "Oh, I could get $1 million by just fucking applying for this," right? And fucking it over. You know, it goes back to the welfare state, right? Because
Hey, can Enrique or somebody text Kim the guest link? She
Bobby,
can't get to the group chat on her guest link. On her.
What's up with my camera?
nothing's wrong with your camera, Bobby. Can you get that guest link that Patty just sent you and put it in, please?
If you
Get on
can
the
real
group
quick,
chat on her laptop.
if you guys remember the Peanuts, if Charlie Brown had a really rough life and like got hooked on drugs and alcohol and prostitutes and was just all fucked up for many years, it would look like Patty does right now.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. That was
Oh, ouch.
just absolutely not. What? You don't like my T-shirt, man?
I'm just saying, you look like a rough life Charlie Brown. Like,
Rough life, Charlie Brown. What?
yeah,
I'm too pretty for you?
no, you look like Charlie Brown's been living on Skid Row for a while.
Well, I like Skid Row.
I know you said there's nothing wrong with my camera, but why does it say offline and you can't see me?
I think that's just on your end. We're seeing you good.
Okay.
So let's keep hitting this topic right here. So I think there's something correct about it where we're blaming It's not just blaming. Like, we can't just take the blame away from the Somalis or the Cubans or the other people that fucking take advantage of these programs because they're trying to have Ferraris, right? It's human nature, and the government should know that human nature is going to, at least the human nature of regular humans, not fraudulent humans, is people are going to take advantage of it. So I believe that we should have some auditing process in here. And
See,
this is
am I wrong?
Real world picture of Patty.
Am I wrong?
No, you're right. You hit that right on the head.
Appreciate that.
Thank you. And it's so funny because it's Peppermint Patty is in that cartoon and he's Providence Patty. So it's perfect. Thank you.
And it gives him to feed his Democrat demon inside. He can pose as either gender, so that's cool.
It looks like I'm just in time. We're all shitting on Patty.
There,
Perfect
Well, I
timing.
think it's going to be a theme throughout the entire fucking show, so I don't think it matters.
That's a lot.
also, hey guys. Also, there's 6 of us in here, so when we go for comment, try to keep it short. If not, we're going to be here for fucking 2 hours, and I can't do it.
Well, we all know the rest of you can do it because your shows are all fucking 4.5 hours long.
Mine is
Nobody
not.
wants to watch that.
Mine is not. I don't go. I don't
My
go
last
over
one was
an hour.
55 minutes.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss, Patty.
So let's start talking about this Nick Shirelyyy thing because we went on a holiday break. We didn't go live last week. So the biggest breaking news that we've seen in the past week is Nick Shirelly's expose on the Leering centers in Minnesota, right? And I think that it exposed a lot of people to fraud that they didn't know existed, and with Nick specifically, and I don't want to degrade any of his work, but it's so simple. It's just he's a regular dude. He's not a journalist. He doesn't have like a fucking degree. You know, he just got a camera, got the data, and was able to compile all of this into one neat package that was consumable, right? And that's why right now he's at, I believe, somewhere along the lines of 120 million views on a 42-minute video. This isn't like a 15-minute Patty clip, right?
And Enrique, you know, he just I just reposted one of his tweets. He said, "Thank you, Riley. My walking around has created more of an impact than THEN. Her years yapping behind a desk." And I was just amazed because the guy doesn't know the difference between then or than. Yet he's the most impactful news reporter of the time right now. Yeah. I mean, just going to your point.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go around the table, and we'll start with Rob. Rob, what do you take from Shirley's?
Dude, listen, man, I watched that whole 42-minute video. It's like undeniable proof. I got to give the kid a lot of credit. That takes a lot of heart, a lot of fucking dedication. I mean, we all know that there's fraud in anything that Democrats have to do when it comes to fucking money, like every single thing. And the scale of it is what's more staggering than, you know, realizing that there's fucking fraud, because that happens every fucking minute of every day in this country. So I give the kid a lot of credit. And you know what? None of us are fucking perfect. Autocorrect sometimes does then, and you don't really fucking proofread it. So whatever, dude.
Yeah, I fuck up.
I'm not
shit for that.
I'm not
I'm not a grammar Nazi asshole.
And I hate editing tweets.
Yeah, calm down, dude. Nobody's attacking anybody. I'm making a point.
All right.
Balls. Wow, he takes it so personally.
Who?
So
this
I'm
guy,
gonna-
Rob, Patriot Rob, always taking stuff personally.
This is gonna be a long fucking drive.
You're the guy who always takes everything personally. Calm down.
Facts.
Calm yourself, bro.
Hey, Patty, I'd like to see your take on this.
No, I think he's absolutely right. There's nothing to add, man. He's right. That's it. He's correct, and it's good work. It's good journalism, even if he's not a classically trained journalist. He hasn't been to school for it. He did it right. I got nothing to say other than he did it right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Barry.
I think it's living proof that the media, once the media has failed the people became the media. And the fact that this kid doesn't have a journalistic degree and is able to go out there and profoundly produce something more eye-opening than CNN, Fox, MSNBC, and ABC, CBS combined. He just took them all down with viewership and actual journalism.
And
fuck your journalism degree.
And Candace Owens.
Well, let's take it easy.
Dude, these everybody's like coming from a place of like, I don't know, being butthurt or whatever because I made a comment.
What?
That's like totally true.
I understood your comment. You were actually backing the kid up. You were
Exactly.
You said the same thing.
Well, Bobby has a
Exactly.
degree from the University of Florida in English, which shocks me that he actually knows the difference between then and then.
I know it's a party school. It's true. But
What's your Bobby?
there'd be so many more successful journalists right now if social media companies haven't been systematically silencing, banning, and throttling people the way they have throughout the years. You know, Nick Shirelyyy, I mean, he was 23 years old. He's clean cut. He was able to break through. But I mean, how many people would be out there exposing things like that if we didn't have all the shadow bans and all this stuff going on, getting canceled and everything? How many people would be, you know, exposing all kinds of stuff?
Yeah, we would have a large platform and we'd be able to expose all of that. Kim, your take.
Well, I mean, I think I'd echo everybody here. It was really good work. And particularly what Barry was saying, like, we are the media now, and there's no denying that. College, by and large, unless you're doing something really specific, like being a doctor, is mostly a scam. You can learn all of that shit with a library card and an internet connection. So the fact is, like, there is so much information that's available that if you just dig around a little, you can find a thread and follow it. And I think that's why most of us are in this field to begin with. So it's really encouraging. And I think it's a sign of good things happening and the tides turning, that someone like Nick, who genuinely put in the time and the effort and put this together, was able to break through that algorithm. It means that people are genuinely more interested in independent reporting. And I think that if we all take that seriously and maybe buckle down a little more and just like keep going, we're all going to contribute to that.
Yeah, he does have a bright future, Reno, unless he gets suicided first.
Yeah, and he's been getting a lot of hate for it, including from the governor of Minnesota, Tampon,
who already had somebody killed that went against this fucking.
And I think he should stop playing the partisan role, and he should come ahead of it and going, and actually fucking covering what's happening. He should be concerned. It's not only federal funds that are going to these things; it's mostly state funds that are funding these leering centers, as they call it. And then to hit the media angle, I'm going to play devil's advocate here, right? For a second, and like independent media does have its downfall, right? Does have its cons, right? Is like it's unverifiable sometimes. People lock on to certain characters and personalities, and they don't let go of that personality. And no matter what that person says, he believes it, and it becomes like a cult-like following. This is not happening with Nick because he's bringing the receipts. It's not like he's just doing street journalism and just doing his opinion, right? He's actually going, hey, look, this is the government's, fucking logbook. This is the place. There's no kids here. There's absolutely nothing.
But the test, Enrique, is going to be if he does something that criticizes the right, or that's the test right there to see if people react the same way. Are we all going to say, okay, this is legit? If it is legit, you know what I mean? So the fact that he's done one story and he did it really well, all credit goes to him. But if he does something that criticizes the administration or the right wing in general, that's when we're going to know how many people really believe in journalism. Right? If they'll accept that. And I don't know what the answer to that is. It may work out. It may not. But
I know for me, if he does something and he exposes something on the right that's fucking legitimate, like this, and like what he's doing right now, I'll have his back. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I know you will, but the question is, is
the majority probably won't. No, the majority probably won't. They'll call him woke right, and they'll kick him out of the club, dude.
But will they call him a Nazi and try to kill him?
Well,
think they'll try to do that. That's a Democrat thing.
Now let me push back on that too, right? But what if his beat is going after liberals, right? Maybe his beat isn't going after the right wing and how people would perceive it.
Well, then he becomes Andy No, right? And becomes marginalized to a certain
Not
extent.
at all. Andy No had his niche, and it was Antifa, period.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it. It ended there.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly, Barry. That's what I'm
So
saying.
maybe he just sticks to Somali, fraud. And like, would that be a bad thing? Not really.
Well, wait.
No,
I
I think
think
I want to
saying
be an
it would be, yeah.
effective. I think to be an effective fucking journalist, you have to go after everybody that's causing the problems, right or left. It doesn't fucking matter. Bring it all fucking down. That is true journalism.
Well, wait, hold on.
But a lot of these journalists have a specialty.
Hold on. So Nick didn't get big from this story. Nick was already exposing shit. And one of his biggest stories to begin with was the Canal Street, right? All like the fake handbags and shit like that. And he actually cleaned up that street to the point now they see Nick Shirelyyy and everybody packs up their shit and starts running. So like, I'm not going to hit him for not punching right because I feel like, and it's hard to tell right now which direction he goes, but his focus is pretty much on like liberal shitholes, New York City, Minnesota, and things like that.
Scams.
If he comes out on the right, you know what?
Boston.
I'll say great
Fuck
job.
you.
I'll say great job, but for now, he's doing great work, and I think he also. Let's talk about one more thing: is inspiration, right? And even me, that I've, most of us that have been doing this for a pretty long time, there was a certain inspiration to me, and I actually dug into this. There's a law on the books, right, for when it comes to this fraud, specifically at the federal level, that pays you back 15 to 30% of anything that they recoup from this. And like Medicare fraud, let's say you find Medicare fraud going on, which is, I could literally, in Miami, I could throw a rock and find Medicare fraud. Us Cubans are notorious for Medicare fraud.
You're notorious for it.
I'm notorious for it.
You're the perfect person to be talking about this. I mean, you have African blood. You might as well be a Somalian.
Do you want to talk about how to steal a Nissan while we're at it? Like, I mean, why don't we go through the whole litany of it, all this?
This is just poetry.
But here's the thing. Now it's turning my motors to the point where me and Barry were on our way, which is going to be the next subject. Me and Barry were on the way to cover this Congresswoman story yesterday, and I was telling Barry, I'm like, look, dude, like we could bring down like all this fraud and make a couple bucks off of it, right? We could save the American people money and make a couple bucks off it. I'm like, my motors are turning, right? My motors are turning right now, and I think there's a lot of people that I talk to that this is inspired. So last time around the round table for this subject. What do you think about like most of these things that were just said, Rob?
As far as what, making money off of?
No, just like inspiration,
people who
inspiration on fraud. Like how does this
dude. I
impact-
mean, listen, it's a long time coming, and you know what? If this incentivizes and energizes people to get out there and start looking at local politics and their local representatives that are causing this shit, then yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
real quick,
dude, listen, there was supposed to be an audit in Massachusetts, okay? And the governor fucking blocked it. The people of Massachusetts voted for it, and she ended up blocking it. She doesn't want people to know where the fucking money in Massachusetts is going.
Now,
she is one of the worst governors in the fucking country.
Now, Enrique, you know this personally. You have seen this for yourself. Imagine if Nick Shirelyyy is so successful that he actually turns on the BOP and starts to take the paperwork that the J6ers have that can literally show fraud. And I'm just going to give one small example. Towards the end of my stay, I was given a physical with about 88 other inmates where we sat in the medical unit for about 2 hours waiting on the doctor to give us a 10-minute briefing. When it was finally my turn, I was walked in the office. The doctor said, get on the scale and weigh yourself. And that was it. When I got my medical record back on that day, he said he performed a cervical evaluation, a spine test, a gut health test, blood work, and all this was written. Now, all of that was charged to the American taxpayer. Now, remind you, there was 88 of us that all got our medical records, and it all said the same thing. That's just one thing going on in BOP, and I have the proof. I can show it. Yeah. I even wrote grievances and got a response from medical.
Patty?
They were supposed to examine your cervix? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I heard the
Clear
same thing.
cervical spine. Yeah, my cervix is good.
Oh.
I damaged that a long time ago.
Got it.
Prison damaged that a long time
No,
ago.
it was a little confusing.
Yeah,
to me.
cervical spine check. Yeah,
I thought
I
Bobby
was
the only one in
there
this group
because
who
someone
had-
damaged my cervix, and the doctor just did a cervical spine check.
I'm not a medical professional here, but does that involve the asshole at all?
The female
Well,
asshole,
it
but
involves
yes.
an asshole. Definitely involves an asshole. Yeah, that's all I have on that.
All right. Bobby.
I mean, there are bad things about inspiring investigative journalists. It creates people like Mike Cernovich. That's all.
Oh, you can't shit on Mike.
Oh, yes, you can.
You can't shit on Mike.
I knew I'd
there
have
we go.
one in Patty supporting this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You can't
Oh,
shit.
that was hard.
Mike is I've known Mike since 2017, and I don't know, he's always been grade A. Like
I'm really glad that Patty's flying and I don't have to drive him because the two of them he's sucking each other off in the back of the truck on the way down to DC.
Oh, stop it. That's just disgusting. You shouldn't talk about Cernovich that way. It's
There you go.
What bad thing do you have to say about Cernovich? I just don't get it.
Oh, Cernovich? Yeah, I mean, if you're
He
asking me,
blocks
I'll tell you.
everybody.
You
He's like-
shouldn't have even bothered asking me. Yeah, he blocks everybody. He blocked me like, I don't know, 10 years ago.
I don't know. That guy's
But, yeah.
that guy rubs me the wrong way.
No, he outright
There's no
said-
Patty rubs you the right way.
He was
Patty
big into the
rubs you the
piecing
right way.
thing.
Yes.
He said that John Podesta was fucking kids in the basement.
I think he was.
Well, there is no basement in that fucking building.
Look at the person who
Asshole.
said it.
Like-
Look at the person who said it, and look where he's at
I'm
now.
just saying, and then he
Breitbart.
tried to say he
Cernovich
didn't say
did a
it.
lot to get the Epstein stuff in the public light. So I mean, he's done a substantial body of work, and regardless of how you feel about him personally, there's no denying that.
Now
He's
looking
a
back at all the Epstein
Professionally,
shit,
how I feel.
looking back at all the Epstein shit, was Pizzagate like? Is it not plausible?
There
Well,
is no
because there's-
basement.
The thing is, pizza. Okay, so Pizzagate is one of those. It's like it's the same with all conspiracies. There's a lot of nonsense that's thrown out there in order to make the legitimate stuff look like nonsense. So the the basement, whatever. That's not the point of this. Pizzagate in general, they use pizza as code. That is yes, they
This is
did.
Such bullshit.
No, it's not.
I've had arguments on InfoWars about this like 25 fucking times.
And I guess
And every
25
single time I get the
You're
same
wrong.
shit. Well, I just
and you
believe
didn't
in
go out and do the research.
And we're ordering
believe in the tooth fairy.
we're
while
ordering
you're at
little
it. It
Asian
doesn't
kids
make
from
it true.
Wayfair too.
Well,
Yeah,
can I
the
ask you guys a
Wayfair
question?
nonsense.
No, Wayfair is another scam. It's another one of these things
All right.
that
Bob-
makes other stuff look.
Bobby,
One more thing.
Years.
One more thing before we switch topics. What do you guys think about all these Somalis coming out and saying like, the defending the whole thing? They had an interview with, I think, the owner of that Leering Center's son, and he was out there saying that Nick Shirelyyy was just there when it was closed, and people come later on in the afternoon, 2:00, 4:00, or the drop-offs after the schools closed. Did you see that or whatever? And he's denying it.
I saw it, but talking about closing, anybody who goes there now, it's definitely closed because the place is shut down in its entirety. I think it's bullshit.
It looks like
I
the
do
federal
too.
court just sided with Trump, and they're now allowing ICE to get access to the Medicaid database in the area.
Perfect.
Yeah, the court sided with Trump on this.
Now,
So-
let's shift
I don't know
gears.
what-
Go ahead, Rob.
No, I was just going to say, I wouldn't that be, I thought ICE was not like an wouldn't that be like the FBI's purview? Not that they're going to get anything fucking done. I mean, I'm glad, I guess it's ICE that's doing it, but ICE investigating Medicaid fraud.
Well, I don't think it's much investigating. It's just cross-checking and seeing who they could deport, right? So it's not like they got to go like a deep dive.
Oh yeah, it's access to the database, not investigating. Okay. Yep,
And I don't think the FBI is going to do anything either. I think Kash Patel is a Somali.
All right. So speaking of Somalis, we're going to shift. We're kind of shift gears here. We're still in the fraud category. Me and Barry yesterday.
Down by the schoolyard.
Barry called me in the morning. He's like, "Hey, I think it's a good idea that we go cover this Sheila McCormick arraignment." Sheila McCormick, just so you guys know, Sheila McCormick was indicted for COVID fraud to the tune of $5 million, and we decided to go there, and it was sweet. And Barry, take the reins on this.
Well, it was important to me because not only did Sheila McCormick, she lobbied hard to have George Santos removed from office before he was convicted of anything, which is not indicative to how our justice system is supposed to work. But that's fine. Let's hold that same energy. Not only did she stand for that, she was also very vocal about J6ers, celebrating Enrique Tarrio's sentence of 22 years. And my, how the tables have turned. So I personally wanted to ask her questions. Being a resident of Broward County for a very, very long time, the politics here, both Republican and Democrat, are corrupt to the very core. Far more so Democrat, but the Republicans are basically in their pocket down here. When I'm talking about city council and low-level stuff like that, which is actually the most important. But Broward County is very, very corrupt. And either Sheila is the first domino to fall, or Sheila is going to be exposing a lot more corruption, because when she came out of the courtroom, to our very big surprise, it was almost presumed, I guess, by me, and I was wrong, that she was going to come out and take this whole stance that she's a victim and it's Trump's America and she's a poor black woman and it's all that, and that's the issue. And she didn't do that. Her defense didn't do that. They came out and implemented that the Democrat Party of Florida is the one attacking her. Now, is she just making an excuse? I don't know, but I can promise you, if she stepped outside the lines of the Democrat Party ever in Broward County, they will do this to you.
Yeah, you know what, Barry? That was the most surprising thing that she said. Right?
Yeah.
When she came out, the first time she walked into the courtroom, she didn't say shit. And then she did a micro press conference, not taking any questions or anything. But something amazing, and it happened twice. And you could go to the American Rise, at the American Rise on Twitter, and he has a video up of the interaction. She didn't, it might be political maneuvering on her part. But she said that the people who targeted her wasn't the Trump administration, that the DOJ was not weaponized against her through Trump, that it was weaponized because the local Democratic Party were the ones that did this. And look, this is a very black and white crime. You put your name on a fucking form, you put your income, you put your LLC, your business, your tax ID, and then you put like the amount of losses. I forgot how that part works, but they gave her $5 million, right? Wow. I don't think that in order to find that crime, maybe it was a Democratic Party that targeted. Was the crime done? Absolutely. There's no doubt. Where's that running around coming from?
Did someone open up a fucking daycare?
Yes, there's a daycare right next door, and because everybody
legally weren't allowed to be anywhere within 500 yards.
No, actually, they're having like a camp next door because it's Christmas week still or whatever. All these kids are out of school and stuff. And I by the way, going to have a conversation with her as soon as this is over, and I'm gonna pitch her on starting a Leering Center.
You wouldn't.
Since you're in New Haven, isn't it?
Bro, perfect.
Pizzagate. It's
all you got to do.
Pizzagate.
Bobby, all you got to do.
All Somalis in there. It's New
Oh
Haven.
yeah, please tell me, Mr. Somali, what should I do?
Bobby, this is perfect. This is easy. Full screen me for a second here.
Fucking faggot.
Bobby, all you got to do.
Limelight on me, guy.
All you got to do is grab your camera and grab your microphone and go next door and make a YouTube video
and get arrested
and get them arrested, and we won't have to hear this shit ever again.
I'll turn my mic off while I'm not talking.
Enrique, real quick.
Back on Sheila. Go ahead.
Do you know who the powerhouse is? She's not in that district 20 that McCormick is, but you know who the Broward powerhouse is in Congress. It's Nancy Pelosi 2.0, and it's Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
Yes.
So I can assure you, if Sheila ever went against the grain of Debbie Wasserman Schultz, they would do some shit. So I'm just saying, man, it's something that we should follow. And it's not like we don't know what it's like to be guilty until proven innocent, or innocent unless proven guilty. They did this to us. It's this. If she's saying it's the same DOJ, the Democrat DOJ, and their tentacles there within that are doing it, maybe there's something to it. I still think she's guilty, but I think it might be bigger than her.
Now, I agree. Now, another thing that was pretty surprising here was her attorney, By the way, his name's David Marcus. Was that the first name?
I don't remember his first name. It is Marcus.
It's Marcus is his last name. He was also the attorney for Maxwell. He was Maxwell's Ghislaine Maxwell, right? And I told him, do you? It was me or you? I don't remember. Somebody told him, he was like, hey, did the Trump? That was Barry. You feel targeted by the Trump administration? He said, absolutely not. Like he wasn't even looking at anybody at that point. He looked straight at Barry and he was like, absolutely not. They don't want to attack the president on this. And the reason why, and I say why it's political maneuvering, is she knows who has the sauce. She knows who's able to get her out of this predicament. My prediction, and I'm not going to say who, but somebody that has communication.
Roger Stone.
If she's going to get found guilty one way or another, whether she pleads guilty or a jury finds her guilty. If this prosecutor and this judge over sentences her, I believe in this case, and he's proven this time and time again, he's not going to play politics here. The president of the United States will commute her sentence, right? If she's getting 7, 8 year, 10-year sentence for this, the president will commute her sentence. Whether you think that's wrong or right, this president has already shown that he doesn't care what side of the fucking aisle you're on. If you get sentenced unjustly, he's going to create justice by the stroke of the pen. So let's go to the panel. Rob?
You don't like what I'm going to have to say, dude.
But rarely ever do.
I don't think
we never do.
Right? I don't. Listen, I don't think he should, but whatever. It is what it is, man. I'm not in his head. I'm not making those decisions. I think if you are screwing the American people out of money, if you're taking money to shoot your fat ass up with fucking, anti-fat pills, and you're spending money on gay OnlyFans, you should do 7 years in fucking prison.
Yeah, I think it's too much. I think it's too much.
No, especially if you're unrepentant.
Especially two things, because we're talking about two things here. It's misspending of campaign funds, and then fraud, like actual fraud against the United States.
Yeah,
and the people, right?
Right.
I think that
we've created who don't have fucking money. You should go in and fucking rot in prison and get your asshole fucking reamed out like this. Fuck you.
It doesn't.
I mean, you'd be doing George a favor, technically.
It's not absolving her of her crimes because she did commit a crime. Here it's not. There's no
right. But where's the lesson learned if you're not suffering in fucking prison for legitimately doing something like that? I mean, listen, you guys should have never been in prison. Obviously, it wasn't fucking insurrection. But if you're stealing from the people who put you in power to govern over them, then you deserve every fucking thing you get. Period.
Yeah, but here's where I think 60% of the blame comes in is the people who allowed this to happen. Because she wasn't like the only one that did this.
Right, and they all need to go down.
But the problem comes is like we're not holding those responsible. I think for a financial crime, getting 7 years is ridiculous. I think if you assault somebody, then 7 years should be right there, up there. But let's go to Patty. I see you shaking your head.
Yeah, man, I agree with you, Enrique. I think that if it were up to me, you wouldn't be able to send anybody to prison for, white collar crime or nonviolent crime, we'll call it. Except, there's an there's a limit to it, like Bernie Madoff deserved to go to jail for the rest of his life. But for your average, financial crime, I just think we're wasting time and resources and energy incarcerating as many people as we do for nonviolent crimes. I just oppose that completely. I think you can put people on probation. You can give them the ankle monitor and shit, make their life generally pretty fucking miserable as retribution and justice for what they did. But putting people in prison for fucking around with numbers and money, I just think is silly and a waste of everybody's time.
Being allowed to stay in your house, playing video games, watching YouTube, and fucking posting on X is not a fucking punishment.
Well, take their internet.
Do all of that shit in prison, though, right? You guys know.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You play video games.
If you're like, If you're like, what's his name? You can get a phone in on your prison wallet.
That's me.
And post every day.
Barry had a cell phone in his ass for 4 years.
Two.
You know what I mean? Like
two of them.
I wasn't talking about Barry or fucking Enrique, but whatever.
I'll give you Barry. I'll give you the last word on this. Bobby, what's up?
This is the oldest story known to man. Behind every great fortune, there is a crime. And so yeah, you put this person on house arrest, they'll still be able to commit fraud, right?
But I'll give my take, Kim.
I mean, it's obvious that this woman is no master criminal mind, so there has to be people around her who are, assisting in this. So I do think it's possible that this is some kind of like a scapegoat situation, but hopefully people aren't stupid enough to just stop there.
Yeah. So and here's my take. Like, nobody knows what it is to be locked up in the shoe for years on end, more than me and Barry on this panel. And I think you kind of, if you did something wrong, you kind of learn your lesson. I learned it. I did some medical I didn't even do medical fraud. It wasn't against the United States. It was against a pharma company.
Ooh, that's probably even worse.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. And I was 10 months.
Oh, no.
I was 10 months at a prison camp, and I did learn my lesson at that point.
Scam our scam, motherfucker.
Yeah. So, so you could learn, and you don't need these incredible amount of years. Elizabeth Holmes is another perfect example. 11 years is retarded.
Tina Peters is a good example too.
And she's guilty of being a hype man. Elizabeth Holmes
Peters isn't guilty.
Of being a hype man, right? Elizabeth Holmes was saying, "Oh, my product is going to do this. It's going to be able, with one drop of blood, you're going to be able to test for everything." That was genuinely her goal, right? She knew it was a long shot, but that if she raised enough capital, she was able to. So I think the world is worse now that we have Elizabeth Holmes in prison. So again, like I think those excessive sentences by the government. This prison industrial complex that we have, I think needs to end. And then Barry?
The last thing I'll say on Shirelyyy McCormick is towards the end when we were walking away there, you can kind of hear me make a comment and ask them, do they plan on playing the race card? And, doing the whole victim, I'm a victim for being a black woman. Her husband, I believe it was her husband, and a few other people looked at me and gave me this stern look. And a few people that did hear that comment have messaged me and talked to me, asked me why I said it. And I'm going to give you one clear reason. For the last 10 years, the Democrat Party has called me and every Trump supporter and Donald Trump himself Hitler, Nazi, fascist, white supremacist, white nationalist. All of these things they have called us with impunity. And, so now, finally, I'm going to start clapping back, and I encourage everyone else to start doing the same thing, because am I really wrong and out of line for wondering if a black woman in America is going to go, oh, shit, I'm innocent because I'm a black woman and you're racist for blaming me? Yeah, that EBT card, that social EBT card has run the fuck up with me. So that's why I said it to her, and I meant it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that card always gets played. Did you hear about DK, who's the I don't know, some football guy or whatever. He was
DK Metcalf.
Yeah, he hit a fan and then immediately said that the guy had called him the N-word.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
the
and
guy
then
did call him the N-word. You could see it.
He didn't call him the N-word. They have video of it. They have video of it from another fan, and there was no N-word. There was no nothing. He just called him by his government name.
Let's show that clip to Bobby, to Patty later, Bobby, so that can be one more thing that he's wrong about and never fucking go over again in life.
But I've
seen the clip. That wasn't the first time. He said it earlier, and that dude has not just been at one game. He's been to a bunch of games. He's done that a bunch of times. The NFL knows that. They're going to ban him for life, because he said that a bunch of times to him. So finally, Metcalf got in that situation where you had a chance to punch him, and you shouldn't do that. Like,
wow, that's what you took from that?
No, there's a whole investigation into this. You guys haven't obviously paid much attention to it, except for the one video. But I'll tell you, that guy has said it over and over again to him, and finally, Metcalf got a chance to take a shot at him, and he did. And I can't really blame him, because
I don't think that's true.
Was the fan? But was the fan a white ass nigga going hard as fuck? Because if he was, he should be able to say that.
No, I'm just saying, man.
He has season tickets, and he's like, I'm a season ticket holder. I've never said that
most of the guys
before.
who do shit like that are season ticket holders, and they've been battling for a while now.
And by the way, isn't this in Detroit? He'd get his ass kicked. He's surrounded by black people.
Oh, okay. I'm surrounded by white people and black people in Boston. There are no racists here. Of course there are.
Actually,
Every
you
city-
bring
every
up a
city in the
great
country
point,
has it.
Patty. You are in this little bubble of beauty and white people. You don't even have that many black people around you, honestly.
Beautiful about Boston.
Honestly,
Shut
I
up,
have
Bobby.
none. But I lived in Dorchester for 7 years, man. Don't give me that shit. I grew up in Providence. You understand?
Is that supposed to be the hood?
Dorchester?
Dorchester, yeah. It's not. It was back in the day, but Roxbury's worse. Fuck you.
Okay.
Roxbury in Boston.
But then you whites went ahead and gentrified the whole thing.
No,
We
I
do
moved
make
to
things
Belmont.
better.
You know,
It's the most racist place. Boston is the most racist
Patty,
place
you
there is.
knock yourself
Dorchester.
more than anybody I ever fucking see on the
The
internet.
only,
I didn't-
white people left in fucking Dorchester are fucking raging drunk fucking mix.
Well, they're
That's
illegal mix.
Amen.
By the way, which
And the
nobody
illegal
cares
mix. Yeah,
about.
the illegal drunk mix.
Nobody cares about the illegal
So
mix
shifting.
Import
Because they're white.
deport the fucking
because
mix.
they're white. That's right. Yeah, fuck you.
Because they're white.
Fucking wop bastard. I can't stand you.
Listen,
So
I was born here. I got
speaking-
my papers.
Speaking of, let's shift gears here to the last.
You're gonna say something. Say Dago.
the
Can't
last
call me a wop.
segment here.
I like Guinea
is,
better.
since we're speaking about N words and retards.
What's
And
the N-word, Enrique?
I'll let you.
What N-word are you
start on
talking about?
the-
Nigger?
Guinea, by the
goes
way,
Guinea.
is the N word for Italians. It
No,
comes from
Dago
Guinea,
is.
Africa.
No, Dago is on the level of
So,
nigger, dude.
talking about R words and N words, let's talk about diligent denizen. And I'll let you start, Rob.
Boy, is he a white nigger. God damn.
So the other day, I got a good friend of mine DM'd me and told me that they were talking shit on a space, and I don't know who the fuck this guy is, you know. And supposedly this guy got big when spaces became a thing, and he has these big spaces. So he's known for.
You're going after the untouchable, Enrique. You're
I've
gonna
heard
lose
that.
followers now.
I've
You're gonna
heard
lose
that before.
followers right now.
Fuck that
If you're not
guy.
fucking up diligent, then it doesn't. You're gonna get fucked.
Fuck that guy. Listen, I don't know who the fuck this guy is. And you know what? It's funny because you're not the first person to tell me
Bash.
you shouldn't go after him. Well, fuck this guy, right? Look, he went in there. He let somebody speak. The guy that he let speak can't even pronounce my name correctly. Not to say that it's not hard to say my name, but he pulled the typical white people shit and it's called Enrico. Yeah, and it was actually a black guy that has said it.
So wait, he was in there talking shit about you?
Yeah, and then he
Great, fuck him.
it's a typical federal asset agent, whatever, that I worked with the FBI to take down my own people, right? I went to trial. I sat there. We've discussed this a million times. So I got in the
Well, I
comment
got time for
section.
this.
I didn't call out this diligent dude because, again, I don't know who the fuck this guy is, right? Besides people on Twitter, nobody knows his name. Nobody knows anything. Apparently, he lives in Oklahoma City. Yeah, and then he came out guns blazing on me, and I got a message. They're like, hey, you shouldn't. Who the fuck is this guy? And then I go through his tweets. Anybody that has any criticism of his N-word woman, the glorified DMV worker that's Candace Owens, he goes and attacks. So
he's definitely sucking her dick.
fuck Diligent, fuck Candace Owens. Alex Jones went on an amazing rant on this fucking whorebag.
Yes.
Today,
That
which
awesome.
which was classic Alex Jones, right? I hadn't seen that Alex in a long time.
Yep.
So what do we know about this guy? Rob?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna let the record show if Enrique actually sold out his bros to the government, I would have been in jail right with him. And I say this because the infamous fucking video where the video call that all of us were on, I was on that fucking video. They played in front of Congress, and I was talking a bunch of shit about women that they shouldn't be going to doing man shit, and they should be sucking our dicks and feeding us and patching us up and sending us back out to battle, which I thought was pretty fucking funny. I didn't think it was funny at the time, but thinking back at it now, I find it pretty hilarious that the Senate heard me say that. But if that was the case, they wanted everybody's name that because they believed that December 12th was the breeding ground, was the planning ground for, and the MOSD, the Ministry of Self-Defense, which I was not only a member of, but I was one of the leaders in the MOSD. They wanted all of those people, and they wanted to know their names. If Enrique really, truly wanted to sell out his people, I would have been in fucking jail right along with him. So you know what? And on top of that, and Enrique, you can get mad at me all you want by saying this. Enrique did fucking almost 5 months in prison for burning a BLM fucking flag that he didn't even burn. And he took the fucking goddamn rap for 2 white dudes, 3 white dudes, 4 white dudes, 5 white dudes, however many white dudes that were out there that actually burnt the fucking goddamn fucking flag. And he knew goddamn fucking well that if the white guys would have gotten fucking on trial for that and convicted, they would have gotten way more fucking sentences. So Diligent Jennison, go fuck yourself, you fucking overgrown fat fucking faggot.
Is he fat?
Oh yeah, he's a fat fucking pickle sniffing fucking cocksucker.
Wow, I've never heard pickle sniffing.
Hey, don't
I
go
really
against
like pickle
pickles.
sniffing.
So no, you know what? This dude says the shit that he says just to get fucking clicks and views, dude. That's all it is. He has no idea about what actually went the fuck down. He's just doing it because you know what? Now you're on his fucking radar, dude. And he's gonna be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna do my spaces and shit on fucking Enrique Terrio.
Bro, please, I live for it, dude. I live for it. I would love for him to come on.
Oh, he wouldn't. Dude. He would never. He does not have the balls to fucking debate you at all.
We got a comment here from Ash Farms. Rob, can you turn the lights back off? It's killing the vibe.
I told her to go fuck herself already.
I just read that right there. Yeah, look, some random fucking dudes on the internet having an opinion is not a new thing, right? I'll say this, I guess, for the last time. In 2013, I helped take down a sex trafficking ring that ran a whole bunch of different businesses out of a whorehouse that ran underage little girls from one state to the next. I took down an entire network of 30 fucking people. 2 of them are serving life sentences right now for that. I am not ashamed of it. And I won't be ashamed. And I think like people I've had Alex Rosen on the show. If you go ahead and you call me some type of informant, then you'd have to call Alex Rosen. And it wouldn't be true in either sense. You know what I'm saying? Like pedophiles and sex traffickers shouldn't be allowed to walk. Those are the ones that should be getting life sentences, not 7, not like the white collar people. Right. And again, I'm not going to fucking apologize for it. And if you want to fucking suck Candace Owens' dick, which is probably long, you know what they say about black people, then you go right ahead. And if you want to invite me on a space, I'd be happy. If you want to weaponize your followers against me, I fucking welcome it with open arms. It is what I live for. I always have a target. Don't make yourself my target. Does anybody else have anything to say along this matter?
It's along the lines, but it's not directly at that person. It's I did a podcast with Nicholas Oakes yesterday, and he had a lot of these same things. He was saying all these same things, and I was like, hey man, the fact that he did 5-6 months for the club and he didn't even do that. He never even burnt the flag. Do you have any, can you practice any grace in your heart being a Catholic? Can you forgive? And the end takeaway was that you, Enrique, had accused him of being an informant as well. And because of that, until you apologize for that, he would not be willing to shake your hands and put that behind him.
I'm not here. Look, and I shook his hand. That's all bullshit because he shook my hand in front of Gavin. Gavin was trying to make us like make up or whatever. Kim, I'm going to take you off the screen for a second. I don't see your camera.
That was their best side.
You fucking piece of shit. And Gavin did his best, and I wasn't gonna back down. I told him, my claims were a third party claim that somebody. I'm sure you covered it. Bobby, when does your show go live?
Tomorrow. But I mean, it's New Year's Eve. Nobody's gonna watch that. But whatever.
So I go ahead.
It's perfect for you.
Look, it's perfect. Yeah, no, that's fine. You play it whenever you want. But here's what I'm saying is that I think that I take at face value what the person told me, that he was a snitch while he was in prison. The prison community, Barry knows this, the prison community is very small. And what was told to me was that he was going ahead for favors. He went ahead and he would throw people under the bus that had cell phones, drugs, and all of that. The drugs, whatever. But when you talk about people that want to talk to their family I think that's kind of fucked up. But I'll let your recording with Nick tell his story, and if you want, you could have me on, and we could go ahead and go through this.
It's funny, dude, that these people will sit there and fucking talk shit about you, but the second you fucking dick check them, they don't want to have that fucking conversation with you. And you know what? Here's the facts of the matter. You know what? Dudes who will go to jail and take a bid for something they didn't do to save their fucking brothers, that to me, dude, listen, you put away fucking people that were fucking trafficking children. Big deal. I mean, those are the people they don't, you know what?
They deserve more worse.
They deserve more than that. Yes, absolutely. You fuck with children like that, dude, fuck that. And this dude's going to go after you for that? Dude, it's all about.
He said a snitch is a snitch is a snitch.
Oh, bullshit. You know what? Would you snitch on somebody if you knew that they were trafficking fucking children?
Yes.
Or would you just let it go? If you just let it go, then you're a scumbag.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
I mean, I am a scumbag.
Not that kind of scumbag, Bobby.
Thank you, Patty.
So on the last segment, actually most of us, maybe even
everybody follow Reno. He needs more grift.
Yeah. Go ahead and follow Reno. What does it say there? FL1.
Florida 1.
Florida 1. Okay. So I think most of us here have suffered at the wrath of Doxxers back during the first term. A lot of us did. My business was destroyed because of an account that I'm going to pull up. My credit card processing for a GPS business that I had was completely destroyed.
Are we talking about the infamous anti-fag Gordon?
No, though that is one that I have queued up. So I kind of want to go back to some of these people, and I kind of want to do a where are they now? And I think Bobby. I think some of these people targeted you too. Correct?
I don't know. You're going to show me the list?
I'm going to show you the list. Yes.
I was talking to a customer that came in the other day, and I relocated to Connecticut last year, or actually the year before that. This guy I befriended, he goes, I started telling him about the J6 stuff. He's like, I already knew who you were, and my wife had told me to come down here and check you out. One of her customers was like, look at this guy who moved into the town and stuff like that. They knew all of this stuff about me. It's just crazy how people have no lives.
Well, the reason why is because of people like this have made it a trend to go ahead and dox people, call their workplace, call their daycare for their children, call their family's workplace, their mothers, their
my father.
Well, actually, you know what? Yes, you were actually they did this to you just recently. I want to go ahead, and before I say who this is, I want to go ahead and go through their bio. I expose fascists via OSINT, right? Which is open source intelligence. Get them fired, dehomed, kicked out of school, which has happened.
Is he still active on X?
Etc. Your work is an endless black hole of destruction. Neo-Nazi John Camden. Now, he currently has 37.8 followers. His name's Anti-Fash Gordon. And for many years, up until 2019, nobody knew who this person was. And he didn't just target Proud Boys; he targeted right wingers across the spectrum. And he made one mistake, and we were
He made a
able,
lot of mistakes.
but he made one mistake as far as breadcrumbs go, and he had made a website for the Straight Pride Parade. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yep.
Straight.
Oh, I was there.
Yep.
He made a t-shirt. He made a t-shirt selling website to kind of get people to buy the t-shirts in support of the Straight Pride Parade, and he used that information to dox them, their names, their phone numbers, their credit card numbers, all that shit. Because there wasn't any sales and it was just a capturing system. So he actually captured these people's credit cards. Now, what happened to those credit cards, I don't know. But he left his name on one of the accounts, and his name is Christian Exu. Come to find out who Christian Exu is. And we were kind of hot on the trail already thinking it was Christian Exu, but this solidified it. Christian Exu was a professor at St. Thomas University there in the, I believe that's Boston. Am I correct in that? Okay.
Yep.
And so not only did we expose him and call St. Thomas University, but we took legal action against him. And we exposed that he actually was touching women inappropriately within his own movement. This is one of the biggest purveyors of doxing. And you could kind of see right here who's following who. Anarchy Princess, a couple of others, Ron, Fort Fisher, Tess Owen, Claire, and Alan Fiore. These are people that are journalists. Most of these people are journalists or activists in their own light. But for the most part, what we saw with him is after we did that,
cat mom.
he
Typical.
yeah. After that, he completely, I mean, he has messages from as far as January 15, 2024, retweets, but his account has been dead. Actually, here we go. Enrique once described me as a childless dog mother, which is accurate. He has been sentenced to 22 years for January 6. So I didn't even know that.
Dude, holy shit, look at that dome. Goddamn, kid.
And Christian Exu actually looks like you think that what he looks like.
Yes. Yeah, he absolutely does.
Let me see if I can pull him up really
Bring a picture of that fucking homo up.
So he is still in litigation. He is still in litigation right now. And let's go ahead. Oh, fuck. I hate that you can't full screen a picture, but let's switch to this screen instead.
Yeah, you can. If you click on it, right?
Oh, there we go.
And then you right click on it and open it up in another tab, you can fucking...
You got my tab full screened?
Yeah, I got it full screened.
Okay, this is the guy doxing people that work for St. Lawrence. Is it St. Lawrence or St. Thomas?
I think it's
St. Thomas University.
It looks like that he's related to Patty.
He looks like that tranny from that song, Spin Me Right Round.
Yeah. Another one which was huge, and there's only 3 more, but another one that was huge was Deplatform Hate. I'm going to share this screen now.
Oh, fuck.
So Deplatform Hate was an account that was very, very efficient at knocking us off our credit card processors, and we wanted to find out who this person is. They have a website that I believe is down at the moment. Oh, no, it's still up. But basically did the same thing, making racists log off. What are you laughing at?
I'm sorry, Reno's comment.
I'll give it to you, Reno. That's a good one. That was a good one. Respect, Reno. Respect. Game recognized game.
Even though he misspelled Patty.
Yeah,
does it on
he's doing
purpose.
that on purpose.
So Deplatform Hate was ran by, and me and Patty had this conversation earlier. Deplatform Hate was ran by Jared Holt of Right Wing Watch. So if we're gonna do a where are they now? Right now he's pretty much dead silent after we exposed him for running this website. And the way that I caught him is he was trying to fuck with my website nonstop. And I had an IP logger on my website, and I saw that this Deplatform Hate account had logged into my thing. Instantly, I send a link to Jared Holt, which in turn clicked on it, and the IPs matched. It was an exact match. So that's what told me that Deplatform Hate and our friend Jared Holt. So where are they now? Absolutely done and gone into oblivion.
That's awesome. I'm glad. Serves them right.
Another huge organization, and I'm going to share this tab now, is the Sleeping Giants.
240,000 fucking followers, huh?
240,000 followers. They're still in operation, but now they are useless because their CEO, which started another doxing company, which failed miserably, accused them of sexual assault at the workplace. A campaign for media advertising and social platform accountability. And these would target advertisers for like Alex Jones, Tucker Carlson. And they were very successful back in the first term. But again, they are no longer around. If you see, their last tweet was from April 24, 2023. And they have a mega goodbye thread from January 2nd, 2022. They are absolutely done. So that pretty
Until
much
the next Democrat administration comes in.
Yeah, but I think the culture here's one thing that is I think the culture has shifted a lot into the cancel culture where even your regular everyday Americans do not agree with. Is there still cancel culture? Absolutely, but not at the levels that we saw before.
We're seeing it more on our side than we are their side right now.
Yeah, look, my website has been running for a couple months without a single issue with our processor. Maybe that comment right there welcomes people to do that. I go ahead and welcome you guys to do that. My credit card processor will not go ahead and give in to your abuse, because that's what they do. What they do is they bombard them with emails, and they just want to stop the emails from coming, so they just disconnect your account. So I think that's no longer fucking cool to do. So just on roundtable, doxing and deplatforming, and quick. What's your experience with it, Rob?
So right after December 12th, I got doxxed by a supposed friend who I'd known for almost 10 years at that point, and he was one of the very few Democrats that I could get along with. I mean, we didn't really, Trump was a thorn, but he was a very pro-2A Democrat. So I always just didn't talk about too much stuff. I mean, and I lost a business that I was making a lot of fucking money at because of it. Honestly, I think that doxing, whether it be on the left or the right, which is there's only one thing in my mind, and I know this is going to fucking trigger people. There's only one thing worse than doxing somebody, giving out somebody's personal information like that to try to harm them, is pedophilia. There's nothing worse in this fucking world to me other than pedophilia, doxing somebody. And it causes so much fucking damage to people's families who had nothing to fucking do with it. And you know what? If you're fucking pissed off at somebody, or you don't like their politics, or you don't like, the way they move, whatever, man, just fucking move the fuck on. But, that's the thing, that the left has never seen that. They don't care. They say that, the right and conservatives and tough guys or whatever and lack empathy. But the entirety of the left has zero empathy for the damage that they cause.
Yeah. Hey, Enrique, I'm going to have to log off. I got to take this call. So everyone, it's good to see you. That Shirelyyy McCormick shit was a lot of fun. Rob said fuck and fucking 97 times. By the end of the show,
it was
he might
83.
be able.
I've been keeping count.
He might be able to break his record, which is 162
I got a
times
little
in one
counter
segment.
in the corner, Barry.
So
I got a little counter in the corner. It was 83.
But you're not accurate. I have my notes. And, oh my god.
83.
Oh my god.
I thought we were doing better here.
No, worse. It's always worse. Cheers, mate.
All right, Barry.
Oh, well, at least Barry Ramey likes to use his full name. He doesn't care about the doxing. Good.
Yeah. Recently, Patty, you ran into some issues, but give a broad overview of what's happened.
Somebody broke into his house and made a Joker poster. No, I'm kidding.
Patty,
can't hear you, Patty.
Your mic is off, you fucking moron.
Sorry. Jeez, I got audio problems. You're calling me a moron, Helen Keller.
I haven't had
Fucking
audio
jackass.
problems in a while.
You know
so
who
fuck
never
off.
has audio problems? This guy.
Oh, yes, you have. Shut up. Yes, you have.
Yeah, you have audio problems every time you open your mouth. The thing is, we're dealing with the situation here where everybody likes to say that I'm a free speech advocate, but as soon as somebody says something they don't like, they're the free speech police, right? And that's why I like this network. That's why I like all of you guys. All kidding aside, we actually believe in this shit. Like I'm allowed to say stuff. Enrique reposts stuff all the time that I say that are totally antithetical to what he actually believes. But he puts it out there because we're part of the network, and I think that's important. When I got doxxed, when my father unfortunately got doxxed, it didn't matter because I work for my father works for a company, and I also I'm a contractor with that company who doesn't give a fuck. Like they don't care about that shit. They don't. They were like they told the guy on the phone to go fuck himself and whatever. But if he worked for some bullshit big corporation that decided to get scared about one of their employees having an opinion, he could have gotten canned. And so it was really disgusting to me that
I
somebody
already
even
put that
tried
on the
to do
screen.
that, 'cause
Oh, sorry, I didn't see it.
I would never want to mess with somebody's employment, and definitely not someone's family employment, man. Like, going to Enrique's mother's place of work and saying something, about like that would never occur to me. That would never even be a possibility in my mind that it would be an appropriate thing to do. So I don't know. It's hard to put yourself in the position of those people who have no respect for anybody, and come up with a conclusion that makes any sense. I think that they're assholes who should be thrown a beating. And if I ever see that fucking kid, if he makes the mistake of showing up in DC, I'm gonna curb stomp that motherfucker, because you can't have that. You just can't. You don't mess with people's families. You just don't. You fuck with me all you want. I put myself out there. So I understand that the blowback that comes with that is on me, but it shouldn't be on your father or your mother or your sister or whatever the fuck.
Or your kids or fucking, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's insane. That's insane.
So-
That's not reasonable.
So, Patty, to touch on retweeting you, in the beginning, I retweet everything that you guys post or tag me on.
I know,
At the
and that's why
beginning,
it's
I would
fair.
at the beginning when you'd send it to me, I'm like I did it without hesitation, but I'd still be like, fucking, I gotta do this, and I'd fucking click it. Now I found the perfect formula. I don't even read it. Don't even read it.
Yeah.
Just fucking
read
retweet it and just whatever happens, happens.
No, I assume that's what you were doing, because I
Yeah.
know that like we don't agree on anything. But somebody asked me the other day like how I associate with you, and like why. I was watching football on Sunday with some friends of mine at Encore at the casino in Everett, Massachusetts, and we're talking. He's like, one of my buddies was like, "How do you hang out with that guy? Like, how do you deal with it?" And I was like, you know what, that man believes in free speech in a way that everybody says they do, but don't actually do, And I feel that's the same way with Bobby and Rob and basically everybody except for Kim, who's on this network. And no,
Jesus
no,
Christ,
Kim
dude.
actually does. No, Kim does actually believe it. I'm just busting balls. But no,
I
seriously.
think Patty's got like a closet thing for Kim.
No, well, I
You
think
can't
the
get-
reverse
He's
is
got a
Get her out of
closet
your
thing, all right.
He said,
you
"Well."
can't get her out of the mouth.
He said, "Yeah, but well."
Yeah, but
No,
well,
she
yeah.
insults
There's a
me every
pause
day,
there.
so I have to respond. But what I'm saying, seriously though, what I'm saying is like all of us actually do believe in the principles, in the principle of free speech. So we can disagree about just about everything else.
Yep.
But the one thing we all agree on, I think, 100%, is that you should be able to say what you want, when you want, and how you want, and you shouldn't be, shamed or deplatformed or debanked or all this other stuff. And so people say, how can you associate with that? I'm like, well, it's easier for me to associate with Enrique than it is to people on the left who want to shut everybody down for saying stuff they don't agree with. That's not a choice for me. It's an obvious, demarcation line. Like, this is it. So
Yeah. Bobby?
Yeah, I think that every single person should use their real government name or just have it out there. You could use like a nom de plume if you want to, but you should be out there with your real face, and nobody should be hiding. Okay. It should be mutually assured destruction. Okay. If you want to say something, you got to live behind it. Yeah. You want to have an opinion about it, put your face out there. That's what I think.
Yeah, and then that doesn't absolve you. Here's my last point on this. That doesn't absolve you from real world consequences, right? I think some of these people, when the shit that they say online or some of the doxing, if I were ever to see them at a bar, right, I'd open hand slap them, similar to what we saw what was his name, woman propaganda,
Kevin Smith.
I would Kevin Smith the shit out of people. Because that is
Kevin's a cool dude. I really like.
Yeah,
Kevin.
he is. I'm friends with him.
Yeah, and I spoke on his stage, I think on December 12th, during the Rolling Loud event that they had there. I think that's the name of it. I'm sorry if I fucked that up, but yeah.
Oh, that was the same venue that I came.
Yeah,
saw you at. Okay,
they're a bunch of Italians they run this shit. It ran a pretty
Crispy.
tight,
Bunch of fucking Ginzos.
Crispy was there too. Yeah, there's real world consequences to talking shit. So again,
yes, there is.
Denizen, I hope you stay in Oklahoma City and I never see you,
dude. Listen,
because you say that shit to me, I'm gonna open hand slap you.
Let me say this. Let me add the caveat to what I said earlier about him. I would have much more respect for him if he said, all right, I'm going to talk shit about Enrique Tarrio, and I'm going to bring in Enrique Tarrio up here, and I'm going to fucking debate him, and I want to hear from his side. But he didn't, and he won't. That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and
I'll bring anybody up to debate me. I don't give a shit who the fuck it is.
Look, and we're in this men's organization that doesn't get along, and there's guys in the organization that like talking shit, right, in chats, and then we go meet up at like the Florida State meet. And I walk straight up to him, and I'm like,
"Yo, what up?
What up?" And they're like, "Oh, nothing." And then we have what we call church, and I'll ask, "Does anybody? This person had this issue."
The moment, yes.
Right? You had this issue. Speak up now. And they're like, "No, I don't got no problem."
We can't really talk about church, dude.
Yeah. Well, no, we could talk about the process of church,
okay,
because that's public, right? And I'll be like, "Hey, you had this thing to say about me, right?" And then they'll be like, "Oh, no, I don't have any problems with you." Well, you did before. Right. So there's either we put the gloves on or you kill this shit right now. And it happens. And that's what happens in the real world. Right. Twitter fingers turn to trigger fingers really quick. And in our organization, it happens. So I'm not afraid to do it on some random ass motherfucker on the internet.
That's your organization.
So my question is this, Enrique, about this situation. If he was talking that shit to you, talking that shit about you, right? Which he shouldn't be. But anyway, because most people got it wrong because they have no fucking clue. They have no clue what you've actually done. Those of us who have actually, benefited greatly from you taking the fucking hit. And he said, all right, you know what? I was running my mouth about Enrique. I'm going to bring Enrique in. We're going to have this fucking debate. Would you have more respect for him then?
Look, listen, I have Kissinger syndrome, right? Where if somebody talks shit, like even if it's a small account, I'll try to convince him, nicely, right? So I said it in there, invite me to a space, and I will explain myself. And if respectfully you go, well, I disagree with you.
Actually, I didn't even swear once that time. Shut up.
That's fine, right? That's fine, right? But when you continuously do shit and like, I know that you don't believe it and you're just saying it as a +1, if I see you, there will be consequences for it. You know what? You might be bigger than me and beat my ass, but there will be a physical confrontation about it. That's just going to happen. So now we're at an hour and 24 minutes. Let's go around the table, closing out the show. Rob, what do you got going on?
Tomorrow, we can just got my show. I want to really dive into this whole tax thing that's going, this fad about opting out of taxes.
Yeah, I
And,
wanted to talk about that just now. I forgot about that. I was going to bring that up too.
Okay, well, let's do 5 minutes, just 5 quick minutes of it if you want.
I don't want to step on Rob's thing, but I was just like, I mean, that occurred to me when we were talking about all this fraud. It's like, that is, all these people are talking about, oh, we should all boycott our tax filings and stuff this year. And nobody's going to do that. Nobody.
Yeah.
No fucking person. Right, Patty? You're with me on this.
Look, I can tell you just real quick, one of the last days of the day before you leave boot camp in the Navy, and I think it's probably the same way in all the other services, the instructors, they talk to you like a human being for like the first time and only time that you're there for like 10 minutes. And they usually just give you advice on what it's like to be out in the fleet and what to avoid. And one of the things they tell you is don't listen to sea lawyers, right? And what we call sea lawyers are guys on the ship who will tell you give you bad legal advice and say, oh, the Navy can't do that and they can't do that. Don't listen to these fucking people, because when you go do something stupid, they're not the ones who get their balls busted. It's you, right? So don't ever listen to the sea lawyers, right? And I feel like that's what these guys are doing. They're giving bad, advice to a whole bunch of people who are gullible enough to do something stupid and, not pay the bills and not pay whatever. And then they end up in the clink, you know what I mean? So like, don't listen to these fucking people. I feel like it's exactly the same thing.
In theory, I think it's a great idea. If all of this fraud is happening and it's that bad, and it really is systematically all over the place and in all these different aspects, and I think that would be great. This is why this country was founded. It was founded on taxing our tea 3%, right? Yeah. But when it comes down to it, all of that whatever that was in the DNA of the white man that made them do that, that's all out of us now. I mean, it's been fucked out of us, and we're all a bunch of pussies. Nobody's gonna do anything when it comes to that, unless it would take everybody to do it. And there's going to be too many people that aren't going to do it.
And again, you can't. And that's what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. On the show.
I mean, unless you're a 1099 employee, but
unless you're a 1099, you can't.
Unless you're a 1099 employee, but regardless of the fact, I mean, with just your basic fucking somebody that does your taxes that knows how to do it, you're not going to pay taxes anyways. But regardless, you pay state tax. If you're an employee, ADP is going to pull your taxes out of your paycheck anyways before you cash it. So it's not like you could opt out.
Thanks for cribbing my post. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So,
sorry, my apologies.
Yeah. Apologize, Bobby.
But that's another thing is they're not really going with this Nick Shirelyyy stuff on the mainstream media. So like normies, like my cousin, when I did the podcast yesterday, I asked her if she has heard about all this, and she didn't. She's oblivious. She's retarded. And most people are the same as her. They don't know what's going on in the world. If you don't go on Twitter, you don't know what's going on in the world, period.
Yeah. So, okay. So, let's keep going around. Patty, what do you got coming?
So tonight, I've got my show at 7:00. We're going to be talking about some crazy stuff from the religious right about replacing, Jesus Christ with Donald Trump. I mean, that's the thesis of the show. But I've got some really wacky quotes that we're going to go over. Some guys speaking in tongues that are going to be really fun. So we're looking forward to that. And I also want to talk about the CIA bombing a country in South America, because that's always worked out well for us. I think that's a really awesome idea to have regime change in Venezuela.
Too. Thank God.
And,
we agree on that.
Yeah. Except I'm being sarcastic and you're being a cunt. And, but beyond that, I'm sure we agree on everything. So the show's at 7 p.m. Tune in. It'll be 15 minutes
Are you talking
long.
about Iran tonight?
No, I'm talking about Venezuela tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we hit land targets yesterday. Yeah. Okay, Bobby?
Yeah, tomorrow at 7 p.m. If you want to watch the Bobby Pickles podcast before the ball drops and listen to an Enrique hater give a persuasive argument of why Enrique is a complete and total scum, go ahead and tune in. Thank you very much.
I'm going to go ahead. Hold on. Let me delete that stream.
I already
All
downloaded
of us
it.
admin, yeah, but
and
the
we should
admins
tell
can actually
everybody
go in there
that
and
we
get rid
will
of it.
be in DC on that certain date
Yes.
that we all understand.
Are we talking about it now, or are we?
I wanted to
No, I'm
ask
just
him if
saying,
he was going to be
tease
there.
it a
Actually,
little bit.
I was going to go ahead. Wait, you were going to ask who, me?
no, I wanted to ask Oaks if he was going to be there. I forgot to ask him that. Damn it.
You know, that whole little crew isn't really our persona non grata when it comes to the J6 community for the most part. But regardless, I welcome him to come.
Speaking of J6, I saw your reply to Pam Hemphill on Twitter about how they're having their own protest for all the police officers who were
That
there.
died.
And
I think it's just Pam. Let's not call it a protest. I think Pam's going over there to.
I mean, we should have a counter protest there. I wish we would go there and
No.
go into their space. Yes.
Maybe
What
if
is?
you wouldn't let her stay.
I think Bobby
What is
Pickles can go cover it.
Yeah. What is the number one thing of this club, dude? We don't go to their shit. They come to ours.
God.
I
We're
can't
fucking
believe
around
I
and
Here,
find
I'll,
out comes in.
I'll address most of this. So the War Boys Studios will be in DC on the ground on January 6th to have we're going to be on the Ashley Babbitt March. We're going to take the same path that she walked at the same exact times that she walked in honor of those who lost their lives. There was a couple others who lost their lives. So we will be honoring them too. Roseanne Boylan.
Does anybody else notice that this is a lot like the Stations of the Cross? And I think maybe Bobby's the only
Oh
one
my
who
God!
can
Stop!
understand this.
Stop!
No,
Stop.
I'm
Jesus
serious.
fucking-
So many secular things copy, religion. It's
really
always
does
done.
sound like the Stations of the Cross.
But regardless of the fact,
If anybody comes down there and disrupts that and disrespects Ashley Babbitt's honor, they are going to get fucking
Well,
nothing.
somebody's
Nothing.
You know those two broads are going to do that.
low.
She's a modern day martyr and saint.
It would just be as low of a morality standard as you could possibly get if you go down there and disrupt something like that.
I don't
This poor
disagree with
girl
you.
was
I
but
bet
I'm
you
just saying-
crackhead Barbie will be there.
All right, hold on. Let me
Fucking
Oh, I
death.
love her.
let me
I
let me
love her.
let me
She's
cut
great.
in here a second.
I do.
So-
She's got nice titties.
So this event we will be there. So if you guys are able to make it, to the viewers that are out there, if you guys are able to make it, I'd be happy to have you guys there. If there's protesters. It's DC. It's free speech. You could come and bullhorn us all you want. Please don't touch anybody. And that goes for both sides. We do want to have a peaceful event.
Especially Bobby. Don't touch anybody.
Yeah, don't touch
Anybody.
Yeah, especially if you're sleeping in the same room as Patty. But
You're welcome.
so we will be live streaming it for the most part, and we're going to be recording it. There will be some speeches made at the end. Also, there's going to be a big reveal on January 6th in the evening, which is going to be pretty cool. So stay tuned to the War Boys Studios. If you want to support me personally, you go to noblelead.substack.com and get yourself a paid subscription. Also, if you want to support me, go to the 1776.shop and go ahead and buy some spicy merchandise. We have some really cool. We have these customized MAGA hats that are the same exact fit, same material as the original MAGA hat. They fit exactly the same, and you could personalize your message on it. Me personally, I love the one that says Enrique was right about everything, because I usually am. Actually, not usually. I'm always right about everything. So I appreciate you guys for watching the War Boys Studios. Let me actually run this ad for one of our hosts. I forgot to do that mid.
Oh, yep.
So I'll be back to close out.
You're supposed to set that up on my.
So that is thepatriotshack.com. It is created by one of our Warboy Studios own. They create these custom wooden plaques that you can have. They have custom wooden flags. I have one sitting in the reception area. So please go to thepatriotshack.com and take a look at their stuff. Again, thank you guys for watching the Warboy Studios. You can catch Patty tonight at 7 p.m. You can catch Bobby tomorrow at
7 p.m.
at 7 p.m. And Rob's show will play tomorrow
5 to 7.
5 to 7. So I appreciate you guys for watching. And with that, we close out the show. Thank you guys.
Load up on guns and bring your friends. It's fun to lose and to pretend she's overboard and self-assured. Oh no, I know a dirty word. Hello.
Prosecutor said Ethan Nordine was the undisputed leader of the group that day as they tried to prevent the peaceful transfer of power.
And FBI agents arrested Proud Boys former national chairman Enrique Tarrio at this home in Miami. By 2 this afternoon, he was in federal court.
Here we are